Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another week of the AEW Dynamite pre-show with Novi. We are live once again. It's a great day to be an AEW Dynamite fan. We're locked in, and today we're locked in with two fantastic co-hosts here. We have BrxinBusterr and Khalid. We'll start, with the main head honcho of the Graps podcast. Khalid, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I'm very excited to be on the pod for today. First time thing for me. And I'm ready to talk about some wrestling, man. Ready to talk about some AEW, man. Let's go.
Hell yeah. That's
Hell yeah.
wonderful news. BrxinBusterr, the second fiddle to Khalid at the Graps pod.
Yeah.
How's it going, bro?
I'm good. Last time I was here, it was calamitous.
That is true. That's
apocalyptic,
a great,
even.
yeah, that's a great call here. I think some of us in the chat, like that were here last week, they should probably know who you are and know that you're like a terrorist on this channel.
Yeah.
If this is your first time viewing the broadcast, BrxinBusterr shut us down last week. We had a big house. We had the one and only Joel Holbert on the screen, and BrxinBusterr came in and just ended my stream. Can you fucking believe that?
I'd like to make clear that wasn't the intention. Before anybody gets violent in the chat, that was not the intention. It was my first time using a StreamYard. So I clicked the big red button thinking that meant leave. It didn't. It meant end. So it's good to be here, though. I'm glad to be back in a more positive light, I guess. Yeah.
We're good. We're friends now. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really like truce or anything. We just kind of watched Dynamite afterwards, and it seemed fine. So
Yeah, that was the truce. We just watched Graps together. Today, we're gonna preview Dynamite, and we have some wonderful names in the chat. It's great to see you all. We have Bleeding Green with the Jets picture, guys. How do we think the Jets are gonna do this season?
Jesus, bro. Sorry, my dog freaked out. Third in the division, probably. I think, but like not in a bad way. I think
In
they'll
like a
be
fun, scrappy way.
Yeah, they'll be like just below the Bills, possibly in a wild card spot.
Could see it. We have Ian Davis. Always great to see you. All is well. Hope all is well with you. We have another one, Ricochet and FLETCHER minutes. We won. We absolutely did win.
What the? 2 seconds. My dog.
Can you fucking believe this?
He's freaking out.
Actual terror.
We're not even 2 minutes into this right now, and he's already leaving. This is why you're the main guy over there at the Graps pod. This is why.
I'm sorry,
yes.
my dog was freaking out.
I mean, he was freaking out, but it's honestly crazy. We're gonna keep that as another terrorism act. Yeah, we did win, Ian Davis. We're out here. Big FLETCHER, good, always good. We'll talk about it later. Bleeding Green again. Ricochet and Kyle Fletcher going to be good. Yeah, we got a lot of hype for that match. It's going to be a good one, I think. Tony Savage, always great to see you. Christian Cage is my father. Isn't he all of our fathers?
Yeah, I was gonna say all of ours, I guess. Yeah,
he's a great man.
True.
So here we have Josh Patz, one of the first AW Weekly shows I'm gonna watch. Interesting.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's a nice.
It's
card.
a good one. Yeah.
Right after All In, got a little bit of Fallout here.
Yeah.
Lots
You
to be
got
excited about.
All Out coming up in 2 weeks, so it's like they're building towards something. It's a good time to tune in.
Yeah, it's a great time to tune in, actually. We have Young Nabs. They need to end this Hook and Jericho feud ASAP.
Should have never started, to be quite honest. But
yeah, they should have probably ended that like a few weeks ago, or like maybe a few months ago. Yeah. Probably would have been better. But they decided to keep it going after All In for some odd reason.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
Match wasn't very good, huh, guys?
No, it was pretty bad actually. I think the finish was nice. It was a little sentimental.
I liked it.
Taz coming in, but
a little Taz mission combo.
But like Hook getting the heartbeat before during his entrance. That was sick.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was pretty abysmal.
But at the end of the day, those are just like references, so it's very unfortunate for old Hook.
True.
But yeah, that's the game. Bleeding Green saying some very true statements here. We won't even mention them. We'll just.
I'll work to repair my reputation.
You gotta put on a show tonight. That's all it is.
I'm trying, bro.
We have Josh Patz again. What's the difference between all these weekly AEW shows? Well, they have a little different of a look. Dynamite is the big one. Rampage is the kind of third string, and Collision is number 2. But like, you have a certain mindset for Collision.
stylistically, Collision is more of a like old school in mentality, like when booked wrestling show.
Yeah.
It's also just the wrestlers that are on there are like more of a it's weird. Like Collision has a house style, but Dynamite doesn't. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
It's weird. That's I mean, that's the main things I think for me.
It seems pretty accurate. Khalid, anything to add?
I feel like Collision Dynamite is for people who just started watching wrestling in the past, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 years. Collision is for people who've been watching like pre-AEW, because those seem to be the only people who kind of appreciate Collision.
That's fair,
for the most part.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. It's kind of an acquired taste, because like you're mainly getting like on Collision, you're getting definitely a lot more wrestling, but the style of wrestling is most of the time it's more grounded. You usually have the harder hitters on Collision. Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe. And then Rampage is
Rampage.
It can be good sometimes, So it can be alright.
Remember when Andrade and Pac had just an absolute heater on Rampage, and then nothing ever happened on there ever again besides Wheeler and Mox?
That's what I was going to mention. Wheeler and Mox. Oh baby.
I mean, it's fantastic. All time right there.
That's real hoops right there. You know, at the top of the show, I forgot to mention too, if you guys are in here, leave a like on the stream. Helps the discoverability. Shout out. If you guys are feeling generous, we have super chats. You can send one in. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Do we get a cut of that, or
fuck nobody?
Okay.
Fuck.
Pay my dues, I guess. Pay my dues.
Yeah, you gotta make the sound a few more times than that, pal. So here we got Young Nabs. AEW All in Wembley was the best pay-per-view of the year. Much better than SummerSlam for sure. I'd probably agree with the second half of that. Best pay-per-view of the year, I think, is gonna be this one right here. This one right there.
Revolution. Yeah.
I think that was
for
the best one of the
me.
year.
I'm gonna be a little fucking loser. I think Summer Destiny Marigold was like my show of the year.
Oh, brother.
Revolution is second place for me.
That was a great show, to be fair.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
Was that a pay-per-view or was that just like a live stream event?
Believe it. Same thing.
Yeah.
It was one of their big shows,
It was on Wrestle Universe. Okay. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Khalid?
No, it actually was a pay-per-view because they put it on demand like a couple weeks ago on Wrestle Universe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I watched it. I paid for it too. I paid for the whole thing.
Well, we're not going to go there.
Khalid.
My pay-per-view. Yeah, it's probably gonna be Revolution. I mean, I biased because I was there, but it was just a fucking great show. Like,
it's fantastic.
What can I say?
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It's very funny that if I would have known you, like, when that happened, like that ass 3-4 months earlier, I probably would have gave you the crispiest like dap over there. I'm good at it.
We can meet. You're good at it. we can
are y'all gonna
be next Greensboro?
Are y'all gonna be in Texas next year or?
Ooh, I probably will be. Honestly, it's the day before my birthday. I think I have to, right?
Yeah, you kind of have to. Yeah. Khalid.
It depends. If Novi's driving there, I'd probably go with him. But
fair.
If not, I don't know.
Bro, just what?
No. Yeah.
You just So
if you were to get on Twitter, it'd just be like, yo, like, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this drive to Texas for All In. I already have my tickets bought. I'm buying my tickets right there, and I'm like, yo, do not leave until I get there, and then we can go. Yeah,
we're just hitching a ride.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You would have to
put a little bit on gas,
Hey, as long as you meet up here, maybe Charlotte, you're like an hour away from here, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. So you got to come here, and then we leave from here to there. I got a nice couch, brother. The AC doesn't work. We got a nice couch. That should be fixed.
What, in your house?
Yeah, right now it's pretty bad. I don't know if anyone else that's in the chat saw the tweet, but it was 88 degrees last night while I was trying to sleep. So that was really fun.
Do you have like a fan at all?
We had like a little fan, but bro, that That fucker's been in service for like over 5 years.
Bro, you gotta get a powerhouse, like an absolute
One of those
beast of a fan.
the big ass fans, yeah, like the brand,
Yeah,
the big ass
industrial
fan.
fan.
Yeah, I should get one of those. I'm gonna steal one from my warehouse job. We'll see what they have to say about that. But we have Cookie to Goat. Hello, good to see you,
Hello.
Cookie. Let's see here, like the 7th wild card way. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
As long, like, I think that's a fair place to put him. I'm very excited to see Sauce Gardner. That's what I'll say about all that.
True.
WrestleHook. Always good to see WrestleHook. I was on their pod the other week. You guys should go subscribe to that channel. They're fantastic. Let's talk some Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling tonight. Got a little swirl of the wine. That's kind of a real promotion. I fear. I think
weird.
We're looking at some real stuff here.
It seems like they have to be in some kind of partnership with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like it at least. If AEW wants to collaborate with them, send them a couple stars for once in a while, but also send them younger wrestlers and like have them get some reps there. Send Hook to Maple Pro and Maple Leaf Pro, whatever the fuck, and let them cook up for a bit. Okay, it's like a perfect partnership.
Yeah, as long as they have somewhere to send some young guys.
Yeah,
fine, cool by me. But we're up for big Takeshita versus Josh Alexander. I think that's going to be actually a good match. So.
Oh yeah, that's probably going to be sick. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be locked in for all that. Thomas making a very avid, like very real statement. My God, when is Jericho going to leave Hook alone? Eventually, he'll decide he likes another young guy more, and he'll go like.
Dude, it's gonna be Tommy Billington.
Stop.
It's going to be.
If only to hurt your feelings, honestly.
Fuck off. It would it would devastate me. I'd be very mad.
Very hurt about that.
J.A., good to see you. WWE fans about to learn what happens when they ask Cody to turn heel.
Yeah, he leaves the company, bro.
Yeah, he's going back, baby. I didn't even know that was happening. I saw there's a lot of Bloodline stands that aren't big fans of Cody, which I understand why, but
I don't know.
Whatever.
Any Bloodline stand that like is avidly against Cody, there's like a clear bias there. So yeah, I just disregard it really.
Yeah, you can't really accept those opinions, I fear.
Yeah.
Another one from Josh Pats. I'm from the UK, so love the All In show. That's a fantastic show to be able to go to. That's so sick.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Got to see Danielson win the belt. That's hype.
Yeah.
Elijah Hamilton. I love watching Big Bang Theory prior to Dynamite. I'm glad you do.
Yeah, I disagree, but I hope you enjoy it.
Well, now hold on for a minute. I can enjoy Big Bang Theory for a bit if you just turn your brain off for a second. You know what I mean?
Small brain theory.
Why would you say that? Sheldon's really smart.
Really? Is he?
Yeah.
I think the show kind of blows ass, but
yeah,
that's just me. If you enjoy it, more power to you.
Yeah, well, bazinga, loser. Young Nabs, I still prefer Collision over Dynamite.
All right.
But maybe that's just me. I used to say this, and now I kind of don't anymore because they don't like putting good wrestlers on Collision sometimes.
Yeah,
but the feel is better, I would say.
I think Collision during the residency, I heavily preferred over Dynamite, to be quite honest.
Oh,
yeah.
But outside of that, it's a shaky. It's shaky.
Shaky at best. Shaky at best. Let's see here. Accidentally ending that stream last week right after saying Muto sucks was beast. I like Muto.
I mean, listen, guys. I'm sorry that I cut off the content for y'all. However, it's absolute power play. You cannot deny it.
That was it was honestly a crazy aspect of. We were in the midst of a heated battle between the Graps podcast and the Novi channel. So
yeah,
honestly, I respect the move, but we have some casualties with young Caden Lee who did not get to promote
he didn't promote anything.
Anything.
I felt that I felt bad about the whole thing, but I felt like not extra bad, but I did feel pretty bad about not letting Caden that's not the whole reason he was on, but it's for part of the reason, you know.
He wanted to get some kind of promotion of something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have Mr. Pincus Man. Rampage has MXM once in a while, so it's worth it. I don't know if that makes it worth it necessarily, but they are a good team, so they're
good.
Good team.
It's not good. I mean, not worth watching the whole hour. Watching their match, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Lord Lambo. Always great to see Lord Lambo. Shout out, Lord.
True. He's great.
I'm good at it. First Novi t-shirt. Let's not. I like say the same catchphrase after every video. I think that may be a better t-shirt choice than saying that I'm good at dapping like the whitest man ever saying that. But that's just me. That's just me. Good to see you, Lambo. I think AEW dropped the ball on Brian Cage. I mean, I don't know if they did that. I wouldn't go that far. I think he's had a pretty good run.
Yeah, I think it's better to say that they dropped the ball on Gates of Agony because not that it's not recoverable, but those guys rule, and they're like them not being utilized in any real way is pretty unfortunate.
It is. Let's see here. Revolution was really, really good, but there's been so many good pay-per-views / PLEs this year. I think that's the first time I've ever said PLE on this channel. So congratulations, Bleeding Green, for getting that out of me. There has been a lot of good shows this year, to be fair. There's been a lot of good wrestling.
I am especially excited for Bash in Berlin. It's very weird to feel that way, but Randy versus Gunther, bro. I'm gonna lose my mind.
It's gonna rule. It's gonna rule.
I'm gonna lose it.
I'm thinking about coming home from work early just to see it. I'm real.
Dude, it's the main.
Tempting.
So I'm gonna. Oh my god.
I think I'll have some time. I think I'll be able to get home if I take some time because it's gonna be 4 hours and there's gonna be a lot of video packages and Randy's entrance takes about 10 minutes. So I think we should make it on time, but we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm gonna be locked in for that match though. It's gonna be great. I think Cody KO is gonna be pretty good too. To be fair.
I forgot this on the card. Oh my god.
Yeah, and it has Punk and Drew with a strap match. We'll see. That's a wait and see match. Not that's gonna be great right away, but it definitely is a wait and see.
4 corner strap matches.
Yeah, 4 corners.
The hit rate on those is not high.
That's very, very true. Nabs again. Pac versus Ospreay at All Out is going to be a banger match. It absolutely will, without a doubt.
It will be the banger match.
Yeah. I mean, there's literally no doubt in my mind that match is going to roll.
Yeah.
Khalid, how do you feel about that match?
Listen, man. Listen, look. I can go too crazy with it, but Pac, ever since he's left WWE, of course he's been on a crazy, underrated, very underrated run. Not too many people really know about it. From prior to AEW when he was doing literally everything else. He's been just and he's been injured multiple times, and comes back clean as a fucking whistle. So him, Ospreay, right here. Depending on what else is on the card, if they decide to not have a world title match on the card, this might end up being the main event. So
I think there's another match that might steal that main event.
Yeah.
With old Swerve and Hanger. But in most shows it could be one.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what. We watch a Dynamite review and you clearly don't watch the product, pal.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Yeah, I think any other show that could be
I
made.
just put the Twitter tab open, and I just watch highlights. That's all I do. Really.
Yeah, I watch Dynamite. I just kind of refresh the following tab and just see what people are saying, and that's how I view it every week. That's the only real way to do it.
And that's how I decide if I like the show or not.
That's a good point. We always have to check how many people are in the building and maybe talk about the lighting every now and again. And that's how I'll tell if it's a good show or not.
Mm-hmm.
We have Green once again. Where does Swerve go from here after Hangman, in your guys' opinions? I don't know. That's a really, really tough call.
Japan.
Fair.
I don't necessarily I don't think he's going to be around the title for too long. I don't think he's going to be around Hangman forever until after All Out. But I think he's going to have something big to do with some big star. I don't know, maybe MJF, maybe?
Well, let's not
maybe
push that upon him.
I feel like that could
MJF's
be
going to be busy with DG.
So
he's out of there.
DG might be gone, baby. He might be out of this company.
Don't even put that in the air. Don't even put that in the air. Lord have mercy.
That's bad energy. That's my bad.
Do something with Takeshita. Put Takeshita in an actual feud.
Hold on for a minute. You're cooking.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, we're gonna say that. We're just gonna. He should face Takeshita multiple times. I say.
Maybe Bob Lash.
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like Lash and Swerve I don't know how well those two styles are gonna mesh, but I feel
Probably
like
gonna rule. Bobby
it'd be a
Lashley's
cool
awesome, dude.
match.
I love
He is,
Bobby
he
Lashley
is,
so
he is
much.
great. I'm very excited for him to come in. It seems like he's going to.
Yeah.
Another one from Lambeau. Maple Leaf Wrestling gonna make Canadian with the Graps they're putting on. Am I missing something? Am I tripping?
Canadian bacon.
You're not.
I guess.
Big.
I don't know.
They're gonna cook. Is all there is to say.
True.
Let's see here. Ospreay versus Josh Alexander on Impact is my personal match of the year. Takeshita and Josh Alexander is gonna cook. I wouldn't go that far. It was a good match. I wouldn't go that far.
Did that happen
but
this year?
It did. It was really early. It was like first couple weeks of the year. It was a good match. It was.
I don't think I watched it.
TNA crowd was like the most hot I've ever heard them ever, because Ospreay was there. So
Right. Yeah.
but yeah, that was a very, very good match. I wouldn't go that far, but he definitely is gonna cook. I'm excited for that one. All right, let's see here. Who should Danielson lose to? I vote Swerve at WrestleDream. I say
Who
Darby.
should he lose to?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Darby.
Yeah.
Not who he will lose to, because
Right. Who should he lose to?
I say Darby.
Darby's a very good choice. I was thinking about this, like, people are saying that he shouldn't listen to Hangman because Hangman should be in Swerve. However, if Hangman was to win the world title and have his whole thing being like he needs to keep it so that like Swerve can't get it back kind of thing, that could work. But I think like my preference is Darby.
Yeah, I agree. Khalid. Bro, what are you hiding from?
All right. Don't
Chat
fucking
yourself,
bite
Khalid.
me. But you should lose to the best bout machine, Kenny Omega.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
should
if
lose
You
that's
think I'm gonna attack you for that?
Some people,
yeah, bro. He should also lose to fucking
there's
Takeshi Morishima. Like
Okay.
that's just as like Kenny's not coming back that early.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Watch the product,
Trust and
Khalid.
believe. Do you not see my little title thing? I'm Tony Khan's secret best friend. Trust and believe. I know he's coming back.
I guess so.
Did you have? I mean, you trusted TK. Like he's pretty sure this match is gonna cook. Speaking of trusting TK and that this match is gonna cook,
Absolutely.
Jericho,
Yeah.
Strong, Bill and Keith versus Hook, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Mark Briscoe. Fellas, how do we think this match is gonna look?
I think it'll be. I'm gonna put a star rating on it to equate how I'm feeling about it. It's gonna be like a cool 3 because the amount of good talent in this match heavily outweighs the amount of bad talent.
That's very true.
You
So
get about
I
a
s-
6-2. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or no,
pretty
no.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6-2.
So like most of the time it should be good. But we weren't when Tony Khan made that tweet of like chill out, bro, I've got this. We weren't complaining about the match, like the quality of the match. We're complaining that like they're still doing this feud, but also more like in depth. We're complaining because Roderick Strong is near Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
Bro.
that is fucking absurd. I'm gonna have my piece on this real quick.
Yes.
You put my demon, Roderick Strong, my red, sweaty man that runs in there and does his thing every time. People are scared to face him because he hits them so hard, because he's so real.
True.
And you put him in there with an actual demon, Chris Jericho. What are we doing here? This is infection. This is not gonna make Jericho better. This is not gonna make me like Hook more. I would rather this just be the other 3 in the match on both teams. I think that'd be a much better match, because we started talking. There's 2 guys in this match that aren't very good, and those are the 2, and that's what brings this down for me. I think 3 is a decent shout, because I think like you said, everyone's gonna ball out, everyone's gonna do their thing. But imagine how good it would be without Chris Jericho. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just like they're vibe killers. That's
Yes.
all. Yeah, it's just-
I saw that tweet. Jericho
yeah,
and
I'm
Hook,
getting
big vibe
lambasted
killers.
for it, bro.
But you're
Look at this.
correct.
Literally a notification on my phone right now. Equating Hook and Jericho in any capacity is garbage. You're garbage, dumbass.
Owned.
Go ahead.
I see that. I think your tweet is very valid. I think it's not something I get excited about when I see it on the match graphic or on the
Yeah.
card.
But like,
Khalid,
go ahead.
Tell me how excited you are for this banger.
Excited. Man, look. If they can somehow make this match to where Jericho's getting his ass beat by everybody, I'll give it a smooth 5. But that's not going to be the case. That's not going to be the case. I mean, Jericho gets no tag outs, literally just gets his ass beat over and over for like about 8 to 9 minutes, and then match is over. And then, Roderick Strong, he hits him with a little something too, because why not? And then Big Bill turns. Like,
a little end of heartache.
5 stars.
Chris Jericho taking Anna Hardig would be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I love Roddy Strong. I don't think he's getting him up there. I don't think he's throwing him in the air very high.
Yeah,
and if he does get him up there, he is coming down hard. Because that is what hefty gent. The knees might not be all right after that. Oh my lord.
True.
They're already not all right. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this match is not very inspiring, I fear, but we're going to go back to the chat here. Another one from Tony Savage. Rampage has some fun exclusive angles with mid-carders like Santana and Ortiz last year. They do occasionally. I don't think they do it as much anymore. I think they just kind of throw whatever on there. Bunch of squashes. I've been there for 2 of them very recently that were not very good. But if they were to actually try, I think it would be okay, but they just don't. So it's kind of just unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, there was like a point around a couple months after Rampage had started where they were using it for feuds that would like then be upgraded to Dynamite. So like Keith Lee and Swerve started on Rampage.
Yeah.
And that was like built up on there and then you eventually got to Dynamite and it was sick. But
They used to do the women's feuds a lot too.
yes, Sky Blue was like a Rampage mainstay.
Yeah, every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. We have another one from Young Dirtball. You guys think we're getting Nigel versus Bryan one last time? I think so. I think we definitely are at this point. I was hesitant to say so before, but I feel like judging by some of the comments and some of the things that we're seeing, I think Nigel's going to do a few matches here.
I hope he does. I don't think he will though. I think that backstage video of him talking after the show, I was like, he seems like it felt like a storybook ending for him.
Fuck that. He needs to wrestle the dragon.
True.
Lord Lambo, if Punk Drew wasn't 4 corners, it would be match of the year potential. Maybe, but
it could be. Khalid doesn't agree with that really whatsoever. But
yeah, he made a crazy expression on the bottom.
Khalid fucking hates CM Punk.
Really?
Bro.
Despises him.
I don't hate
No, he called him a bitch one time. It was crazy.
No.
It's okay. Say it in front of 35 people that you hate.
Yeah, true.
I will gladly say I hate Phillip Brooks. Fuck you. Then you touch my elite, pussy. Anyways,
my elite.
Yes, nigga, my elite. Anyway, sorry.
Khalid's Twitter link is in the description.
Yeah. I'm like the match of the year conversation after All In has gotten very serious. So when I see something like that, I'm like, hold on, because based on what we just saw Sunday, and like it even without Sunday, like,
yeah,
I just
damn, you liked Mercedes and Britt that much? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a very interesting take. I saw your star rating on that on Twitter. You gave it full 5. That was really interesting. But look, I respect everybody's opinion here. What do you think about Pac joining the BCC? I think it's kind of beast, to be honest.
It concerns me a little bit because like, where the fuck is Mox?
Dude, he's at a random. What show is he at?
He was at a professional wrestling Revolver show.
Yeah, Revolver show where they didn't have any ropes and they had a cage and they did shoot fights. Dude, he's gone, right? He's too far gone.
Dude, that's another one. That's another tweet I made, and people are like treating it like I was saying, like he's a dog shit wrestler. That's not what I said. I was joking around that he was gone, bro.
And then I made the tweet, and people liked it.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up.
You're so pissed.
No, but yeah, I think like in a vacuum, it's cool. I think they're probably gonna have some pretty sick matches.
Yeah,
that's like the extent of my thoughts at this moment.
I agree. Khalid?
I like it. I'm kind of interested to see like if there will be any interactions, because like the BCC as a group, like they used to do a lot of like backstage promos kind of and things like that of them like training Yuta and stuff like
When it was
that.
better.
So I wonder if they're going to continue that, but I don't think they will. I don't know if they will. And I honestly feel like it's like going to split like relatively soon, but I don't know.
It'll be a fun team to have, like carrying the trios belts. It'll be more fun than we've kind of had with the trios belts in a while, I think. Just three good wrestlers bouncing around doing matches. I'm excited for it.
I think they're going to do BCC versus House of Black at All Out.
I think that'd be a good match.
Because House of Black like shook their hands after the match, after the trios match on Sunday or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool one. I would be very down for that. Speaking of All Out, Willow versus Stat could main All Out. I think there was a time that it maybe could have, but I don't think it's really been built the way that it should have, and I don't think it's been given the emphasis that it should have. And kind of additionally speaking, I don't think the matches have really like gone too crazy. It feels like they have like this weird chemistry thing that just they don't really click all the time. They find little grooves in the matches, but like overall they don't really click very well. And I don't think you'd want that main eventing All Out, especially over a lot of the other matches on this card. Like we mentioned Ospreay and Pac. That could be, I think that would main event over this for sure.
I liked their Owen match quite a lot, but this feud is like veered way too much into comedy for it to be taken like very seriously at all. Like,
yeah,
I get that like Stoke and Chris have that chemistry, and it is funny, but the nature,
that's a funny bit.
The nature of the feud going into this was not comedy at all. And yeah, it's veered way too much into that for it to like main event the show that also has Swerve versus Hangman, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I 100% agree with that. We have another one from Ian Davis. For the second year in a row, All Out over All In work rate wise. I think that's just kind of a given because All In is like a stadium show. And I know Ibu mentioned this on Twitter and I really agreed with it. Like when you work in a stadium, it's just a lot different. You wrestle your matches differently. You present it to the crowd differently. And then you kind of have a lot more focus on the in-ring, on the grappling, on a show like All Out. And I think that's why it's going to be so much better in-ring. It's very exciting, I'll say. It's like it has the potential to be better, I think, just because of that. I think a lot of the matches look really, really exciting.
It's also just the nature of a 2-week build.
Yeah.
Or
just
even
cool
a week build last year. Yeah, you put together cool matches, you let them go out there and they work.
Yeah, for sure. Khalid, what's your take?
I mean, last year it was Kenny Omega and Takeshita, wasn't it? All Out. Yeah, I mean, it's
the amazing
it's a given.
OC and Mox match.
Yeah, the OC Mox match. Like it's just it's just kind of a given with All Out. And I mean, even with only Pac and Ospreay is looking to be that match probably for this card, that type of match where it's like they're just out here doing ridiculous shit. If they can get like I'm trying to think like who they could get for Ricochet, because you could get Ricochet on here in a singles match versus someone to really like, give
him a big
he's here,
spot.
he's here, and get him in like a actually this is exactly what I was thinking when y'all was talking about Swerve, like what Swerve should do after Hangman. I was thinking Ricochet, because Lucha Underground, Prince Puma, Kill Shot, why not? And not saying they should do that All Out because they're going to do Swerve and Hangman All Out, but someone like Swerve, like, that's like
a big name.
Yeah, big name, and it's very good in the ring.
Give him a good match.
Yeah, to give him a good match. Let him showcase all that he can do. Let him do some new stuff or just some stuff that we haven't seen in a while from him. And yeah.
I think that's a good shout. On this card, actually, speaking of Ricochet, we don't have someone that's on the level of Swerve, I'd say, but there is someone that will let him showcase his stuff really well. We have Kyle Fletcher versus Ricochet. Ricochet making his Dynamite debut after his, I thought, really, really well done debut on All In. This match should be very, very good. I'm a huge Kyle Fletcher fan. I think he's really, really talented. I think he's a potential star. He's very young. He's 25. So I think he possesses like a lot of the intangibles that we don't see all the time. So I'm really excited for this match. I think it's going to give Ricochet a real opportunity to make a name for himself right from the get-go. I think the crowd's going to get real behind him because it's a new debut and he's going to be doing a lot of cool shit. I think it's a very exciting matchup. We'll start with you, Khalid.
This match is going to be very interesting because I believe Kyle Fletcher has never fought Ricochet, and
I would highly doubt it.
For the majority of like Ricochet's career, it's been with marquee people of like certain companies. Like you would always have like Ricochet versus like basically like the indie gods of like 2010. Like you could always play those matches back in your head, and you know how exactly like they would go. Like if this match was versus Roddy, we would know how that shit would go. Or like Adam Cole, like we would know how a match like that would go. But with someone new like Kyle Fletcher, this match could be, and it could build like a new, you know, if they're really good in there, it could build like a new wrestling bond for Ricochet, so they can revisit that match at a later time, maybe for a title, you know. Yeah.
I could see this being a big time match later down the line. I know Kyle Fletcher is kind of just the guy they throw on Dynamite to have good matches and lose. But I envision him someday who challenges and even maybe wins the world title. I think he's that good, and I think it's a good point. You know, establish a rivalry we can go back to for even the world title. I think that's a good good bet there. BrxinBusterr, tell me how you feel.
I'm excited for this match for like not the sole reason, but the main reason is I want to see what Ricochet pulls out of his moveset that he hasn't been able to do in a long time. I mean, that guy, like, before he went to the World Wrestling Federation, was absurd. Like, I don't think he can do it, like, to that extent, but I'm very excited to see exactly what he can do and what he's going to pull out tonight. And yeah, Kyle Fletcher's like a perfect guy to do that. He's very athletic. He's very smooth in the ring. So, I mean, yeah, it's a very good first matchup for Ricochet, I think.
I absolutely agree. I think there's a lot to be excited about with this one. And we'll take it back to the chat. Why not? Let's see. I kind of lost my place. Hang on. All right. Mr. Pingus Man. Hope those triple threats, Ilya and Sheamus, are good next week. Some of my favorite guys still in WWE. On the screen, there is no WWE weekly TV watchers. But that definitely looks like the better of the two triple threats that I know about. We have one from Lord Lambo. Do we think Mariah is facing Mina at All Out? I think she's definitely going to face her at some point. All Out, I think, would be a good bet. I would love to see her just kind of beat the shit out of Mina and establish herself as, like, a mean heel. I think that would be really, really good. That's
what I'm assuming they do it All Out. And I have the exact same take. She should, like, destroy Mina. If Mina's down to bleed, make her bleed.
Yeah, for sure.
That, like, bloodbath. Ruthless. That's what I wanted.
I very much agree. And speaking of Mariah May, she's gonna have a championship celebration on this show. I'm assuming, like, if it is going to happen at All Out, this is where we'll see Mina. This should be a fun time. It'll be very interesting to see how Mariah May, like, establishes her own character, her own self away from Toni Storm, who seemingly is going to take a little bit of a break. So yeah, this looks like a pretty exciting one. It's not too much to say about it. I think we kind of have to see where it plays out. Maybe there's a lot more to talk about what this leads to, because I'm assuming it's going to set up her challenger at All Out, because that's what she does. She's a good wrestler. I think they're going to want her to wrestle a lot. So that's where I see this going. Khalid, how do you see this going?
Mina, right? Mina and bleeding. Let me tell you something. This is how I don't know if too many people remember how Mina really got over with the American audience, but I believe it was 2 years ago. She was in a match. I forget who it was against, but she had broken something in her mouth. It was bleeding really bad. And then she went backstage and she cut an amazing, very emotional promo about being in Stardom and, you know, all of this great stuff. So she's definitely down to bleed or even get actually hurt. It's you know, she's a very, very dedicated person. And I can imagine with Mariah, like, insane stuff. But speaking on Mariah and where things could go, where things should go, you know, yada yada yada. All Out, Mariah Mina, you know, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. I was thinking Mina Mercedes at All Out, but hey, either one, I'll take it. Because after All In, Mercedes needs, you know, someone.
She needs something.
Needs someone to get in there with her.
Jesus
that's not gonna put some weight down. You know what I mean?
Yes, like oh my god, yes.
True.
So like, if they can work something out, you know, either giving someone Mercedes like good other than Mina, or giving her Mina, you know, that'd be great. But Mariah, after All Out, I said it on our podcast. Now I'm gonna say it again.
Time to cook.
The one, the only Queen Aminata Grand Slam.
Cook.
You feel me? You know, just you know.
We can only hope, bro. That sounds like it, we already saw that match and it was incredible. Giving it an even bigger spotlight on an even bigger show. That's real hoops. That's real hoops.
Bigger spotlight. 20 to 25 minutes.
Oh! 25 is that's nice. Hell
Yeah, I'm very. Khalid, you said it about Mercedes. I'm sorry to divert from the segment. I'm like almost a little more intrigued by what is next for Mercedes than Mariah, because Mariah, it seems like Mina's like the obvious direction.
Yeah.
For Mercedes, it's like actually like wide open.
It's up in the air for sure.
Yeah,
I think it's Sheeta, is it not? It's probably
that
Sheeta.
makes sense.
It could be. I think it'd be a good shout to try that match again at All Out. Give it a lot more time, a lot more spotlight. If there was any match that I could see happening, it could be that one. I just see in the chat we're way down. We're way up there. We're super behind, but maybe Mercedes and Rosa. Maybe
Yeah, that would be a very, very funny match.
That would be
after what happened.
Yes, because Rosa would show her ass out. She would go crazy.
Oh, do it!
She
Fucking
would.
do it, please. Just do it.
She would like put her whole body on the line just to like
absolutely
be petty, because that's like who she is. She's a beast. I think that'd be a good shout.
That match she
Sons
had
and
with
Shadows.
Yano on Collision was
it was amazing.
their final match. Yeah, that shit was.
It was awesome.
Insane.
Yeah, she's a real hooper. Another real hooper, Ty Conti. I don't think she's gonna be back for All Out or anything like that, but she hopefully is coming back soon. Her having a match with Mercedes would be very, very cool.
Yeah, she's cleared. So
yeah, I'd be very excited for that.
They're probably cooking up a little something for her when she comes back. I think Anna Jay is out of the 5-star, so she's probably on her way back as well. So they might have like a little something going on whenever both of them get back stateside or whatever.
Yeah, I think that'd be very cool. I'm excited to see what she has. She's really, really good. We have Young Nabs. Darby Danielson should main event All Out. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's at all gonna be on that show. It should be on what's the name of it? The one
Grand
in,
Slam.
Wrestle Dream.
Wrestle Dream.
It's gonna be on Grand Slam.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be on Grand Slam, but I'd like it on Wrestle Dream. I think that'd be a much better spot.
No, it's like already confirmed to be on Grand Slam.
Is it really?
Yeah, he won the. What did he win?
It was that battle that the 2-ring battle royale thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he did win that. He did win that.
Now it's for a shot at Grand Slam.
For a shot at Grand Slam.
I need to watch the product. Tony Savage. If Hangman wins the belt, Christian should use his title shot right then. I think Christian versus Dragon is going to be a much more exciting match for me.
I think Hangman versus Christian would be delicious.
That would be very, very good.
The thing is, if Hangman wins the belt and then Christian tries to cash in and then Hangman fucking kills him, I would lose my mind.
Yeah. Dude, doesn't matter. Christian should just challenge every champion and whenever they win the belt. That's just what it should be.
Yeah.
Very, very good. JA, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I hate that All Out immediately follows All In. They hurt storylines that way. Move it to the end of the month. This is not a hot take at all, and it's one I think a lot of people agree with.
I think next year, the way they have pay-per-view set up next year is going to remedy that. It feels like, at least. Maybe not actually, because Forbidden Door is like the 24th of August. So I mean, I guess it depends when they put All Out next year. But
yeah.
So yeah, my point is null and void. However, I do agree. It's not like very optimal. It does set up like a cool like little fantasy booking card for All Out, which I think is kind of cool.
You can just play with cool matches.
Yeah. But outside of that, I agree. It's not optimal.
Very much agree. Apollo, good to see you. Also, this is a good thing to shout here. I know that the streams have been starting at 7 since they began. Like genuinely, since I started doing these streams, they've started at 7. but I've now decided to move them up to 6:30 because I like chatting just for a little bit longer. I like bringing guests on and giving them the chance to talk a little bit, giving them the chance to yap about whatever they want to yap about. I think it's a much better time slot. So going forward, everyone in here, it's going to continue to be at 6:30 for as long as I decide it's worth it. Because it gives us a chance to bring on Khalid and BrxinBusterr, and like we've already spent 50 minutes talking about this. It's like if that was 50 minutes, we'd be ending now, and I don't think that does the Dynamite card or anything else that we want to talk about justice. But yeah, that'll be starting at 6:30, and this is a good place to shout out to real quick. BrxinBusterr and Khalid, they have a podcast.
We do.
The Graps Pod. It's in the description. You guys should subscribe to it. I've been on the show one time before. It was going to be twice, but...
You popped a number.
Did I?
Yeah. It's our most viewed video.
Look at that. I'm a draw. Many are saying. Yeah, but yeah, you guys should subscribe to that. Also, make sure to like the stream. Make sure to send any super chats if you're feeling all kinds of generous. And we have someone in the chat that is feeling generous. Suplex. Your content has been killing it, Novi. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much for the $5 Suplex. It's very much appreciated. Shout out Suplex. Been a long time content creator on here. Reacted to one of my videos and blew that shit up. So very much appreciated. I got the original impression that reaction video was going to be like a bad one. And then I watched it the whole way through, and Suplex just kind of agreed with me on everything. So that was pretty beast. So yeah, shout out Suplex. You guys should, I'm sure many of you are subbed to that channel already, but shout out to him. Thank you for the $5, bro. Appreciate it. Also appreciate the big number on that video. It did go crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me find my place. I lost it. We're talking CM Punk collision talk in the chat. That's crazy. Let's see.
Good times.
We have a prediction for who actually beats Danielson. I think all of it. I said Darby. You said Khalid. Say a name and be done. One name. Who should beat Danielson? You said Omega, right?
No, they're asking who will beat Danielson. Who we think is actually going to beat him.
We can't say.
True.
Keep it on the hush hush. Can't reveal our secrets.
Hold on, don't forget about that last part. Hold on, wait, hold on. Don't forget about that last part.
Whoa.
Standing on Big Biz. You see it. Yeah. Man.
Look at the CM Punk flag in the back.
Yeah, bro. Flying high.
Freak. Bleeding Green, you said it yourself in the tag division, Novi. Just use the trios belts with very good wrestlers having dream team ups and sick matches. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're going to get. And that's definitely why I said that, because I think this is a much better way to do the division for sure.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. I should probably shout out to in the chat a few little pops here for Big Suplex. Shout out to Suplex. Appreciate the super chat, bro. Got a few in here. Big Suplex, many are saying. Let's see here. Do you think they do Ricochet Osprey at Grand Slam? They need to move tickets, and that would help a lot. I think if you're trying to move tickets, that's a good match to do it.
Yeah, I think it's a good ticket, like a good ticket mover, but also it just makes sense. Like they've talked, or Osprey specifically has talked about a million times how he wants to wrestle Ricochet now and like show how good he thinks Ricochet is. So
he's such a fan on Twitter.
He really is, yeah.
He loves him so much. That match will be much better than even I think it was in the past. I think it'll
a million times. I fucking hate their Best of Super Juniors match.
Really?
Dude. I think that shit is ass. I agree with Vader, dude. That shit's not wrestling. It's choreography, bro.
Khalid, what's your take? Choreography or real graps?
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, seeing that live, it was crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I was 16 going.
Dude, look at the flip he just did. Yeah.
They posed together, but now I look at it, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Dude, it's two anime characters.
And like, and then also like, not only is there Best of Super Juniors match like that, but then I think they have a match from like Rev Pro or Progress or one of the UK indies that's like that.
That's even worse.
We do not have to talk about the UK indies on this broadcast. We don't have to do that.
And then
you don't got to do that, bro.
There's another match they had. I forget where it's at, where the fucking top rope broke. I forget which company it was.
That rules because it makes them actually wrestle.
Probably the UK indies.
No, they kept doing the same shit.
Dude, you're such a freak. That was a crazy comment. I literally just recognized that in my head. Dude.
No, do you know the story behind the Vader stuff?
No, you should tell it.
So Vader was in it, like he's doing an interview, and they
Mhm.
asked him about the match. He's like, "This is fucking dog shit. Like this isn't wrestling." And then Rev Pro ended up booking Vader versus Ospreay,
Oh yeah.
and Vader was like, "I'm not losing to this fucking geek." And he fucking
Dude.
beat him.
What a fucking beast.
He was like fucking 45, but he had to be much older than that. But dude, it ruled. I love Vader so much.
He's such a beast. We need to do a Vader watch along.
Oh,
Me and
please.
you. I need to be gain some knowledge on all that.
I'm a mark for Vader, dude.
Of course you are. That sounds like your style.
It is.
Another one from Brian, Takeshita versus Ricochet at All Out. Boy, I'd be very
My
excited.
only
about it.
issue is Takeshita would have to lose that match, and I don't want that.
Yeah, I also don't want that. But yeah, that would be very beast. Suns and Shadows. Always great to see Suns and Shadows. No notifications here now. It's great to have you here now. Shout out Noti Gang. There's a lot of people actually that turn on notifications for the channel, and it fucking blows my mind that you guys want to see that on your phone. So shout out to you guys. Very much appreciated. Let's see here. We have centrist American. Actually, that's BrxinBusterr. Fletcher has big star potential.
I'm not.
Yes, he very much does. Suns and Shadows again. If in Lucha Underground as Prince Puma, he was lit. Khalid, this is your wheelhouse. How lit was he?
Oh,
Brother.
Dude, he fucking ruled. Sorry,
Listen.
I interrupted, but he fucking was awesome.
Lucha Underground literally made like, I want to say like 7 to 8 people look like the best wrestler in the world. Like you had, it was Penta, you had Ray Phoenix, you had Brian Cage, you had Willie Mack, you had Jeff Cobb, but he was like he had his whole gimmick to where most people didn't even know it was Jeff Cobb. You had Prince Puma, you had Kill Shot, you had AR Fox.
Yeah.
What's that? 8? Yeah. All those people in Lucha Underground look like also Chelsea Green.
Dude,
random throw in because she was a fucking dog.
Yeah.
Oh
she
my
was a
god.
killer in Lucha Underground.
Chelsea
actually.
Green before Vince McMahon and Triple H got their fucking mitts on her was not only a bump demon, but could genuinely hang with men. It was so crazy. It was in Lucha style at that. It was and Helico also looked like one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Oh yeah.
Like just
Rey Mysterio also. Rey Mysterio Jr. was there, and he looked like he was 97 again anytime he was wrestling. He was still obviously he's still mobile now, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
But back then he was still moving around even more than he is now. But in Lucha Underground, it was crazy. It was WCW Mysterio, actually.
I think he was like fresh off stem cells. He was like fresh off stem cells because he did Lucha Underground, did a bunch of other indies, and did New Japan. I think all that year. And I think he was fresh off the stemmies. Brother was moving crazy. Brother was moving wild.
That's another watch along we have to do. We have to do some Lucha Underground matches. Speaking of Lucha Underground, we're going to hear from Swerve Strickland, aka Killshot, tonight after losing his AEW World Championship. I'm assuming this is going to set up his direction moving forward, whatever that may be. We'll start with BrxinBusterr. How do you think this is going to look like? What do you think he's going to set up for his direction going forward?
I have no idea. Well, I mean, it's going to be Hangman. I think Hangman's going to come out.
Well,
beat his ass. But past Hangman, I know we've already talked about it. I genuinely have no strong idea. It's very weird. I also love that the graphic said we're going to hear from Swerve the first time since All Out or All In. Well, it's the first show since All In. So. But yeah, this is going to be. I'm very intrigued. I assume it's going to be Hangman. I mean, I'm hyped to see them interact where they're actually the focus now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, Khalid.
I have 2 things to say. So basically, the reason why it actually says first time is because they didn't do a post-match interview for him. So that's why it's the first time.
Well, actually, the first time was.
actually,
guys.
Yeah. They didn't do after the match video for him, and he wasn't at the presser. So I don't know. He might say some, he might say something crazy. I don't know, but it's definitely looking like Hangman. Mm-hmm. But after Hangman, we do have a C2.
Ooh,
so I think
baby.
I think that in between in between, in between All Out and when did C2 start? Like November, December?
Yeah,
November.
around the end of November.
Okay, so like in between that, it's like Wrestle Dream, Full Gear, all that. I don't really know. I have no clue what he would do in between all that. World title stuff, maybe. Like if he would like to, I don't know, just fuck around. Like, I don't know, just have fun matches. I don't know. Like, it'd be whatever, you know. Like, because like when the C2 comes around, like that's when like stories become very. You can see they're very heavily invested to because you have 12 people all with stories, you know. So when that comes, and if him and Hangman are in there, or him and whoever, you know, whenever that comes around, that'll be like his direction going forward. But speaking from All Out to then, it's I don't know. It's really a toss up.
It'll be very interesting. I think this will define where he's going forward. As well, I think the man who beat him for the AEW World Championship, Bryan Danielson, is going to address his future on this show. This should establish where he's going to go moving forward. I don't know where it's going to be. It seems like it's going to be... There's a lot of directions for it. There's a lot of ways it could go. BrxinBusterr, what would be most exciting for you to happen in this segment?
Like Kenta Kobashi. No.
Morishima, maybe?
Yeah. Actually, no. But I don't know. It's like I would like there to be an opponent that comes out that I'm not like fully expecting, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just like, dude, I know he has a match tonight. Shut up. Let me cook. Imagine if like Bryan Danielson's cutting his stupid ass "I love my daughter" promo, and then
Stop.
like End of Heartache hits.
Dude, Danielson can't turn 180 degrees right now, dog. He is not wrestling the demon Roderick Strong.
Neither can Roddy.
Well, yeah, but he's him.
True.
He's Roddy Strong.
Actually.
You think Danielson can take some of those backbreakers?
He's not taking any of
I think realistically it'll probably end up being Christian Cage.
I agree. I would love it to be someone exciting. I'd love it to be anyone other than Christian, to be honest.
To be
have
clear,
a cool match.
I adore Christian Cage, and Bryan versus Christian Cage is going to be glorious.
Yes.
But you know, a surprise would be nice.
I agree. A surprise challenger for maybe All Out. I don't know if he's going to wrestle on that show. There's a lot of other good matches on there, but if he is going to wrestle, I think putting a surprising name on there, maybe elevating someone through a match like that would be very good. Khalid, who would you like to see come out here other than Christian Cage?
Honestly, oh man,
I thought of someone actually. I'm interrupting. Sam Joe.
Sorry, I had to put that one on there. He's actually so right. You're right. Sam Joe would be glorious. That would be beautiful. That's my pick. Actually, I'm stealing it from you.
That'd be great. That would be a. All right, hold on, because I was saying this whenever Danielson announced that he was going to retire this year. I said from that point, when was that? That was like what, a little bit after Revolution, I think, or I don't know when did he say that?
When was that?
I can't remember. It was sometime at the beginning of the year, but I said that Danielson needs to face all ROH alumni that is in AEW right now. I said Roddy, Samoa Joe, Nigel,
yes sir,
Kyle, there,
Danielson,
anyone
Kyle.
who's like,
oh baby.
And John, sorry. He said after All Out last year. That's way earlier than I thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was like at the end of the year last year.
I think these are all great shouts, honestly. ROH alumni, I'm gonna say someone like that should come out. It's gonna be Christian, but it should be an ROH alumni. I think that's probably what I would like to see. But it should be a fun segment. Hopefully, Brian stays locked in like he was at All In, and we kind of progress the story moving forward. Let's have hope. Let's try. Let's try to have hope here, pal. This is a very hopeful show. But let's run down these chats. We have 2 more matches to go, so we're gonna kind of speed through a few of these chats. Let me find where I was before I do that, because I lost my place again, because I'm a freak who doesn't know how to run this great show. We're just gonna start. Here. Where does Tony go after All In? TBS belt. I think she goes home and takes a big long break.
Yeah. As far as when she comes back, Khalid said something about, like, there was a tweet that the actor that Tony is based off of, she ended up like having a couple movies that flopped, and then she like got super paranoid and like delusional and thought she was still a star and thought people were following her when they weren't. So like going deeper down that rabbit hole where she's like even more delusional, even more fucked up, I could very easily see that. Or she could just come back as Tony Storm, like the regular theme. But
I think the first one is probably a better choice. I love the fallen star who still thinks she's the big star and then has a redemption arc, all this good stuff. I think that'd be a good shout for her. We have Brian, who has a guest, need a rematch with Tony Mariah.
Oh yeah.
At some point, yes, we need to get that. We have maybe Ty Conti relation into this. This chat was sent after that, so maybe I could maybe see it. Let's see here. This is about Mercedes, who she could face going forward. The shock would be Athena. At some point, please.
Please.
But I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm afraid. Anytime
we can help.
soon.
We sure can help. Remember, be hopeful.
Yes, be hopeful. We're a positive podcast here. A positive little brand. Let's see here. We have Temple's Learning Tree. BrxinBusterr, can you say this one?
Hello.
No, say it like Chris Jericho.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, Khalid.
Man.
Disgusting. This is a good shout here. If you aren't subscribed to Novi on YouTube, that doesn't work for me, brother. That's a good shout. Shout out Sheeta, who said the best version of that saying we'll ever get.
Oh yeah.
That also doesn't work for me. You guys should subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. You guys should subscribe to the Graps podcast channel if you haven't already.
Hell yeah.
When are you guys' next episode gonna be? When do you think?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. You guys should make sure to tune into that tomorrow. They're gonna be talking Dynamite, so you guys should absolutely
tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Shout out. Everybody lock in. Everybody set your alarm clocks to wake up directly at that time, so you can check that out. Let's see here. Find my chat.
Can I say something real quick that I've been looking at for the past 5 minutes?
Hello.
So I've been looking at I'm looking at last year's All Out card. And I started looking at this after the person that said All Out, the build to All In through All Out is like, it's kind of wonky. I'm looking at this card and it's fucking ridiculous. Because it's one week. Danielson Starks strap match.
Great match.
Claudio and Wheeler versus Eddie Kingston and Shibata. That was a good match. Takeshita and Kenny.
Match.
Good match. Bullet Club Gold versus FTR and the Young Bucks. What? Mox and Cassie. Like, these are crazy matches. I don't see them. And then also that sleeper of Miro versus Hobbs. I don't see how the fuck they're going to outdo that.
The
shit
thing is,
year.
like, that show also came after like CM Punk got fired. So it was like a big
time.
Yeah, it was like a big this is what AEW is moment.
Yeah. It was like this is what it should be. But, yeah, I agree. I think it could stop. That is not. You're such a freak, bro. Just admit you love him.
I do. I already said that.
Yeah, but you love him as a person. And Jen PN, Josh Barnett will be caught and compromised to a permanent end one day. Many are saying we're going to get Cena on this broadcast whenever it happens, and he will be caught and compromised out of this business and away from my great John Moxley, so he can go back to what he used to be, the man he used to be.
I think he's too far gone.
I'm afraid so. Let's see here. Ospreay versus Ricochet slander will not be accepted.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's unfortunate.
But,
there's a couple of when it was better guys on this broadcast, I fear, so it's just gonna happen. At least one of them for sure. Let's Let's see here. I still remember Ospreay versus Ricochet at WCPW many years ago. One of my favorite matches of theirs to this day. Very fair, honestly. I think it's very fair. It's not for everybody, but it's
yeah.
fair.
No, I get the appeal of the matches. I'm gonna stop doing the bit. I get the full appeal of the matches. Like 100%. I get it. It's just not for me.
Very fair. We have here. Let's see. Evoke the name of Angelico, and I'll cry at his booking now. He has a few good, fun matches every now and again, but
I think he has like a pretty good gig.
yeah, he does his thing. He comes out with Serpentico sometimes, does his dance.
Khalid pointed it out. He comes out. If he's with anybody but a luchador, he's like, "Fuck this! I don't fucking care."
He does not care.
If he goes out there
He
with a
had that-
luchador, he cooks. Actually,
Yeah. He had that match with Hologram, and I'm like, yo, where the fuck has this guy been for the past like
it's
year
very
or two?
funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I think he did the same thing with Commander. When Commander, like when he like first got the AEW for real, he did the same shit. He was calling it in. Commander gets out there, they're fucking cooking on Rampage. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Wait, what are we doing? But yeah, that's the man, bro. That's the man. Sometimes.
Doing his thing.
Yeah.
Swerve MJF calling it. I think I'm on the same wavelength. I don't want it to happen. I don't think,
I
but
despise what every time I'm being.
but it probably is going to happen. Bleeding Green, not planning on missing a single AEW show during the C2. Absolutely not. I'm not going to miss a single match.
You better not. You
better not.
Mm-mm.
Ricochet
You
in the
also said the same thing
C2,
during the G1 though, and you didn't do that either.
but then I lied, and I still haven't.
Fair.
Oops.
Fair.
But this is different because I watch all the shows weekly,
That's
and
right.
they
Yeah,
don't start at
understandable.
3 in the fucking morning.
True.
I was gonna watch the finals too. We got a message from BrxinBusterr and was like, "Are you gonna watch the finals?" Or I think I messaged the other way around. And then I was like, "Hold on, let me look at this card." And of course, they had all the pre-show, like
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
New Japan house show matches. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this. Sorry.
I ended up
um,
sleeping, and then I woke up like 5 minutes into the match, and then I was
No.
like, "This match is fine."
Yeah. Let's see here. Them choosing this route to continue Swerve Hangman instead pains me. It pains, I think, at least 2 of us on this broadcast. I know for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said about that. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. New video this week. I might as well call it out for the people watching the show. We're gonna talk about Swerve and Danielson. We're gonna say how good of a match it was, and we'll talk about the response to my video from last week. We'll do our whole thing. We'll do a whole thing about it. It should be very fun.
Check it out. Check it out.
Very much check it out. It'll be out Saturday, 10 a.m. EST as usual. Change the Continental into a trophy. It's a singles championship is so stupid and pointless. 100% agree. It should absolutely be
Yeah.
a trophy this year.
Yeah. I didn't see myself becoming a too many titles guy. However,
Then this one got
they have
added.
too many titles. Too many mid card titles to be clear. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Nabs. Chelsea Green was going crazy when she was at Lucha Underground. She needs to showcase her talent. Yeah, I mean, I think she's been pretty good so far. She was in the ladder match with the Money in the Bank. She took that like nutty table
She took
bump.
that crazy.
Yeah, she's like still willing to take the bumps. It's wild.
Yeah, she's very fun to watch, honestly, still.
It's her and Candice LeRae, like the
Oh,
only
bro,
two.
Candace was a fucking mad
Bro,
woman.
Used to be a hooper.
Yeah. And she had kids.
Candice LeRae. Yo, I was out here, Candice LeRae. I was out here like, yo, bring up any WWE. Back when she was in PWG, I was like, yo, bring up any WWE wrestler, and like, she's better. I don't give a fuck. It's Candice LeRae. She does a fucking ball suplex. I don't think you understand how hard that is. That shit is fire.
Who did she usually do that to?
She did it to everyone. She's doing it to everybody. She was a grab.
Literally everybody.
But like,
Boom! Ball suplex. Give it to him. Type shit. Fire.
We have the Late Night Grin in the chat. This is a good professional wrestling live stream. Many are saying, I've heard this said just a few times. We'll use this as an opportunity as well. I'll be on the Late Night Grin right after the show is ending. It's going to be for the paid subscription
true, I forgot about that.
members. So if you guys want to join the Late Night Grin Gold, any tier, doesn't matter which one, the lowest tier, you'll be able to catch me, Dukes, the man from last week, Caden Lee, and Joe Holbert will be just watching Dynamite, talking Graps together. So if you guys want to check that out, go over there to the Late Night Grin channel. It's in the description below. Yeah, it should be a fun time. I'm very excited for it. So
The big
shout
leagues.
out to that. The big leagues. Yes, very much so. Getting that Late Night Grin rub. Yes, I am. And look,
Okay.
keep it a secret. If anyone's still here, keep it a secret. I'm under the brand with these live streams. We're under
Oh yeah.
we're under the umbrella. So is the Graps Pod. We're all doing our thing.
We're on the LNG Podcast Network.
Yes, we are. But there's a couple of matches that we still haven't covered, and we're almost to Dynamite, so we should probably cover them with haste.
Yes.
So keep that in mind, fellas, with haste. We're going to start with Jamie Hayter versus Harley Cameron. I'm very much looking forward to Jamie Hayter, as she said at All In, letting her wrestling and letting her action in the ring do the talking for her. I think this should be a pretty good match. Harley Cameron has kind of been a little underrated in the ring, honestly. I think she's been very like rock solid in all of her matches. Nothing like crazy, but rock solid. And I think if she can just be that for Jamie Hayter, it would go a long way to increase that public perception. But I know Khalid is a big fan of Harley Cameron because she has 2 big fans on her chest. Khalid, how do you think this match is going to work? You excited for this one, bro?
What? First off, I'm an ass man. That's one. But number 2,
Jesus, guys,
right,
come on.
pay attention to the fucking titties, all right? All right. The reason why I have just very recently became a Harley Cameron fan after All In, and I don't need to say why, okay? But I will anyway. Britt
You
Baker's
loved
terrible.
that Soraya promo, didn't you?
No. Harley has now surpassed Soraya and Britt Baker, so I have newfound hope for this match. Hopefully she just sells good for Hayter. So yeah, because the way it's looking is Hayter and Soraya at All Out, which
fuck off.
Yeah, let's not put that out in the world.
Okay.
But we have the person who loves Soraya the most.
Well,
very, very much talking about the they thems, as Soraya has said. BrxinBusterr,
whoa,
how do you think this match is gonna go?
My last Twitter account got banned because I said she should get dropped on her fucking head. So,
Well,
you know, maybe that's a little bit of proof I don't love this woman. However, the real is back. Jamie Hayter's here. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go. Genuinely. Fuck yeah. I've been waiting over a year, just as everybody, but it's been on my mind daily as these dumbass Dynamite cards come out. And I'm like, yeah, cool, whatever. I don't care. Just give me my fucking Jamie Hayter matches, bro. I need to see Haterades. I need to see big spine busters. All of it.
Yeah. We need the full Jamie Hayter out to play.
I'm not fucking around, at her peak. Like top 5 wrestler in the world.
Yes, she was fantastic when she went out with injury all that time ago. She is one of the best wrestlers they got. I'm really excited to see how she's looking coming back. She looks really good. Just in terms of the like physicals, she looked like she kind of slimmed down a little bit.
Yeah.
But she still has all that power, as we saw with the Haterade she delivered to Harley Cameron, actually. So I'm very excited to see what this match looks like. I'm very excited to see what Jamie Hayter looks like. But a match that I'm even more excited about, and one we're going to close this show on. Tom Eash versus Hangman Adam Page. Guys, this is real Graps. This is real hoops.
This is sex is what it is.
This is sex. I'm sorry, fellas. I moaned a little bit. BrxinBusterr, tell me how you're feeling about this one.
I'm rock hard, bro. I'm so Dude, hyped.
We just spent there's a lot of chats in this chat about Harley having a good look, and now we're talking BrxinBusterr is rock hard. This show has gotten a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Look what's on the screen.
It's very fair. Very fair.
Bro,
tell me about it.
I'm so excited. This is the first time I ever wrestled. I believe I've talked about this match 8,000 times. And every single time I thought it would end up on like a Forbidden Door or now like a Wrestle Dynasty. No, it's on a fucking Dynamite in Champaign, Illinois. Let's go, dude. That's my commentary. Let's fucking go.
Let's just fucking go. We are locked in. Khalid, are you as rock hard as BrxinBusterr is for this match?
Man, look, bro. All them years of watching the Road to New Japan tags where it's Chaos versus Bullet Club, and I have to see Hangman get pinned by Okada multiple times after a Ishii BrxinBusterr. Finally, we can get this 1v1. I think me and BrxinBusterr, we both said Hangman Ishii in the Owen. It didn't happen, but now it's happening. So let's fucking go, you know?
Finally getting one that we've been excited about for a long time. This match should be genuinely incredible. I'm very, very excited to see what this looks like. We have Anjen who said a rageful Hangman should squash Ishii in about 6 to 8 minutes. For the story, I think it'd work, but I don't want to see that for this match. I want to see him have a real match where they both go at it, because I think Ishii has like a tendency like all Japanese wrestlers do. They don't go as hard in America. But if there's anyone to knock that back into him and make him hit him hard, it's Hangman Adam Page. I think they're both going to lock in for this one. So I would like to see a full-fledged 20-minute match, maybe even. I think it could be incredible.
Obviously, like, I think Hangman should win, obviously. But
yes.
This is a match that's like, I don't want to be dramatic and say it transcends story, but it's like, just let him go out there and do it. Let him
shoot headbutts.
Yeah.
Shoot headbutts.
Let him cook. Let's all turn our brains off for a second. Let's forget about the story. Let's forget about booking. Okay. Yeah. Let these guys go out there. Let them cook. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I 100% agree. We have here, thought Hangman knocked Lethal out with the clothesline the other week. Yeah, it kind of looked like he did. I think he kind of did, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that's
like broke his nose or something.
Yeah. Hey, that's Hangman. That's what you're gonna get sometimes.
That's what he does.
Big Tom should kick out at 1 after taking a dead eye. That shit don't work on him. I think you're gonna see that. I think that's a good prediction to have.
Something along those lines, yes.
I'd be very excited for that. But if you guys have any last second chats to get in, if you guys have anything else you want to say, any super chats you'd like to send before we go off the air, it'd be very much appreciated. But we're gonna wrap up because we are getting close to Dynamite. So yeah, we'll kick it to you guys. Graps Podcast. Do some promotion.
Follow me on Twitter. It's right there. It's there.
You can do that too.
We can do that. Yeah. This guy, fucking amateur.
It's in the
check out
description.
the Graps Podcast. Yeah, it's in the link's in the description for both of our tweets. I think Twitters. I think.
Yes.
Check out the Graps Podcast. The link is also in the description. Please like and subscribe on those. Well, subscribe to the channel. Like the videos. And yeah, thank you, Novi, for having us on. This is awesome. You roll. Hell yeah.
Thank you guys for being on. It's been a great time. I've had a lot of fun here. Khalid, promote.
Shit, I don't really got.
I saw you add the @. It's okay. You can
I mean, like, you know, like the @ right there. You know, the @ right there. You know, follow me on Twitter. I'm like, I be chilling on Twitter. I don't be, you know, this is BrxinBusterr guy. You know, he's gonna say some offensive stuff. Me, I like to keep things a little chill over on my Twitter. You know, but yeah, I mean that's it. I mean, of course, follow the Graps Podcast. Fuck are you doing? If you're not following already, you're fucking fed, Mark.
True.
Get the fuck locked in. Like, what are you doing?
I think many are saying this, honestly. But yes, please do. Both their links are down in the description below, both their Twitters. The Graps Pod is linked down below. They have a great show. I was on it one time. That was also a great episode. I've heard I spiked a number. So at some point, I hope to be on there again. You guys might see me. So if you're looking for that sort of thing, go subscribe over there. If you're looking to see me, watch Dynamite along with some other great co-hosts. I will be on the Late Night Grin in just about 10 minutes. We're gonna do a watch along for Dynamite. That's at the paid tiers of the Late Night Grin. For the Late Night Grin Gold members, anyone who is any tier do be able to see the stream. So make sure to pay a few dollars over there. You're gonna get a lot of great content, a lot of great stuff going on over there. I'll be on a lot of it, so be on the lookout. And also next week we're keeping the guests rolling. Last week we had Caden Lee. This week we have the Graps Podcast. Next week, I'm sure plenty of you in the chat know about the greatest, the biggest free agent in all of wrestling.
Oh,
Joel
fuck.
Holbert. He's going to be on the show next week. We're locking in 6:30 p.m. EST. What day is that? Let me make sure. The 4th of next week, we have Joel Holbert coming on the stream. So that'll be very exciting. I'm very, very hyped to have him on.
Let me just say this. Joe, if you talk shit, I will end the stream again. Just letting you know.
That's disgusting. Because it'll be my stream, not his stream.
Doesn't matter.
Disgusting. Face card never declines. This is very, very,
true, actually.
Very obvious. Slay, many are saying. Yeah. The big man is back. He is returning, and this time he'll be on for the whole stream instead of just the last like 5 or so minutes. And hopefully, we won't have any terrorism happen to the show. So, yeah, make sure to lock in for that. Make sure to join up next week for the stream once again. Make sure to follow both these guys on Twitter and follow their podcast, the Graps Podcast, in the description below. It's been a great show. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Leave a like if you haven't already. Comment down below anything you guys want to comment. Khalid, what should they comment down below once the stream is over? I should say.
What should they comment?
Yes, after the stream is over.
Fuck CM Punk.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
Fuck off,
BrxinBusterr.
bro.
Okay, so here's what you guys got to do. Anyone left in this chat? We are 5 minutes out from Dynamite. We're wrapping this up very soon. Leave a comment when the stream ends. Fuck CM Punk if you think Khalid is the head honcho of Graps podcast, and do an X emoji if you think it's BrxinBusterr. Hope to see more fuck CM Punks because shout out Khalid. Thank you guys all for tuning in.
Underrated
Follow
guy.
them down in the description. Go subscribe to Late Night Grin and join up the Late Night Grin Gold. I will be on that stream. Make sure to tap in. Thank you guys all for watching. Once again, I'm going to continue to repeat that because you guys are fantastic and always are. And I'll see you guys next week. We'll pull this up and we'll end the stream. Thank you guys all for tuning in.
Bye.